Maybe we got it this time. Gonna go live, do a little fish cleaning. See how this works. Alright, now then. Now I can see the comments. Can't read them from there, but I can see them. Need me one of them big screen projectors. Oh yeah, we got it going on now. Got it fixed. Always some technical difficulties. Y'all check them out right there. We caught some slabs yesterday. Y'all let me know on these lives if y'all can hear us, if everything looks alright. Y'all got any questions or ways we can improve these, y'all let me know. Now, I'm not going to cook them live tonight, but we might cook them live. That's something we're talking about doing, is starting to do our lives, like some fish cleaning, cooking them, stuff like that. That's stuff we can do live. Something we having to figure out, like what we can do live and what we can. I'm gonna have to see if I can get it a little bit closer. Maybe I can. Y'all give me just a second. I'm close enough to read them now. Y'all know on these comments on these lives, they don't stay up. They just come up and then they disappear. So maybe I can do something like this. Get it a little bit closer. And maybe I can get a little bit closer and then I can read the comments. See what we got right there. How's that? I'm short enough y'all can see me now. Oh yeah, we good now. Y'all check that out. I can probably read the comments now. I know some of y'all finna head home from work. Just don't be watching the live while you driving home from work. I don't care if you watch while you're at work, though. That's fine. Any spoiler alerts on the next video coming out? Well, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Sometimes we fly by the seat of our britches I've got 3 videos filmed, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know which one's gonna be Sunday's video. What I can tell y'all is we do have one more review video coming out probably this week, and we're gonna try to kind of sort of wrap up our review stuff so we can stick to our once a week Sunday morning videos for the next 3 or 4 months. We're going to kind of lay off of the review videos. I know everybody don't like some of those, so we're going to back off of those a little bit. We do have our regular sponsors, and we will be shouting out some of those, but you know, these sponsor products that we use, that's stuff we use all the time. And we won't take anything that we can't put to good use. So you will be seeing some of that in all of our videos. But the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to have some crappie fishing coming out. Of course, y'all don't think we catching these and not filming that, do you? And we're going to be having some, we got another hog trapping video coming out. We got another coon hunt. You know, it's March now, we're wrapping up hunting season. I don't do much turkey hunting, but we're wrapping up hunting season, but we still can hog hunt, predator hunt, and we can actually trap and hunt raccoons year round, especially in Arkansas where we got predator control permits. So we'll be seeing some of that coming out in the next couple of weeks, but we're really wanting to get back on these catfish and just kind of buying our time right now. Catfishing's fixing to start really turning on over the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we're gonna be jumping on the catfish and probably getting into some limb lining, some bank pole fishing. Hoop nets are gonna go back in the water. Probably gonna be doing some little bit of everything on the catfish. I had a trip this week planned to South Louisiana, and that kind of fell through. We don't make trips just to make them. We want the fish to be biting and stuff like that. And fishing turned to where it wasn't that good, and some of the other things kind of fell through. So we're gonna push that trip back to April or May. Try to get down there on the salt water. Right now the fishing's hot right here. Y'all see these slabs we catching. We got some of the best crappie fishing in the world right here in North Louisiana. Not the best. I said some of the best. Most liberal limits. We don't have the big fish some of the other places have, but I mean, if you catching them bigger than that, they go to tasting a little funny anyway. So that's nice fish for around here. Yeah, somebody mentioned the cooking on live. That's something we're going to be looking at doing. I hope y'all hear me over this fillet knife. I know that's kind of annoying, that electric fillet knife. Maybe I had to start doing it with a non-electric knife. If y'all ever got any questions about, are they full of eggs? Look at there. Eggs. And I'm going to be honest with you, they don't look like they was fixing to pop neither. So, probably got another, I don't know. I don't see how they wasn't ready, because the water temps yesterday was 70 degrees. It depends on what lake you're in too, you know. All these lakes will be different. They may spawn a couple weeks behind, or spawn a little bit later in certain lakes, certain bodies of water. River's always colder, so I think they spawn a month later in the river myself. Y'all got any questions what we're catching them on, all that. You know, some of that stuff's gonna come out in the long videos. Yeah, Joe Bowman, you guessed it right. The Green Goblin. I went on and brought a pack down here because I knew I was gonna get that question while we was cleaning these fish. And this is you know, when we're doing these lives, this is a sneak peek because it takes us a couple weeks to get the videos back out to y'all, to get them edited and back out. Stay behind on all that. So watching us clean fish is a sneak peek into what's coming. I was off this week. Oakley, really? Oakley's always causing some kind of issues. She don't realize we got enough technical difficulties without her hitting the camera stand. Oakley, go on. Try to start doing, we got internet now that's a little better at the house, so this year we're going to try to start doing a few more of these lives like this. Luke Jones, I'm assuming that you're, I don't know if you're local here, Luke, or not, but yeah. Green Goblin strikes again, yeah. That's pretty much it right there in a nutshell. That's the bait of choice right now. That's the rig right there that we caught them on. I'll get a little bit closer to the camera. That's what we caught them on yesterday right there. You can't see that gold head real good, but that's a disco gold. That's actually a 1/16. If you're in deeper water, you can use a 1/8. But that's on this rod. It's actually 10-pound Power Pro braid. We use a little keeper. You might can see that little keeper that's tied on there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not there. There's a little keeper, a little no-knot keeper, or braids tied straight to it. That, and then, of course, let me see if I can get this where y'all can see it and read it. Maybe y'all can see that. Ozark rods. This is the mini. Ozark is one of our new sponsors here at God's Country Hunting and Fishing. I'm going to tell y'all, yeah, they sponsor us. We got these rods from them. But we fished these rods all day yesterday. We caught 52 crappie. Caught 52 slabs, I mean. May have had, I bet we didn't have, hopefully it's got my camera all messed up. I bet we didn't have 5 fish under, probably didn't have 5 fish under a pound. A lot of these fish are pound and a quarter, pound and a half, some of them close to 2 pounds. And those rods held up real nice. If y'all looking for a real good ice chest, yesterday was the hottest day that we've used the new Swamp Gear coolers, the Swamp Box, the 48. I can tell you for sure, this size fish, these fish right there, let me think what my count was. 40, we had 52, so 11 of them wouldn't go in a 48 quart ice chest. And that's with a little bit of ice in there. So you're looking at about 30 to 35 when you go to catching these big ones will fit in a 48 quart ice chest. With no ice, you can probably get close to 50 fish in there. But we had to put 15 in another, or had to put 11 of these in another ice chest out of 52. If I don't answer y'all's questions, we'll try to get back on there and I'll get Danielle to pull up those comments. I'm not seeing or I'm not reading all of them if I don't answer all the questions. Those questions don't stay up. Wish they would, YouTube would fix that to where those questions stay up all the time. If you know how to do it, I don't know how to do it. Danielle's normally right here beside me reading the questions. I couldn't wait till she got in to start dressing fish because I got to go try to kill a hog tonight. We got some big boar hogs up on the club. I need to go take care of one of them. Y'all give me just 1 second. Y'all check that out right there. Look at that. Look at that. I mean slabs. Oh, Joe Bowman, he tries to be all sneaky. He tries to sneak away from work on Miss Amy. I know that. Catch some of them perch and don't tell me he's even going. Are you going to take a new? Yes, I'm gonna take the new thermal. I may have to try this. Yeah, you probably should. Yeah, we've the new scope and the new setup. Yeah, I don't know how much I can talk about that on live. That new setup. Y'all see some of that in some videos. But they will shut our lives down if we're talking about or have any of that in the lives. So, not my rules, YouTube's rules. That was one of the smaller ones we caught. What happened to my left arm? Oh, I just had a doctor's appointment. I had to get my blood drawn. Forgot to take it off. Where the nurse stuck me at. I told her she got my main artery. She said, nah, I'd probably know it if she got the main artery. That's my left arm. I don't know how it shows up on the live. That's my left arm. I'm getting old, so I gotta do those wellness visits and get my BP meds from eating too many fried fish and all that stuff they say. Say I eat too much fried fish and too much sausage. I don't try to argue with them too much because they're probably right. That's why you'll see us start doing a lot more of the grilled fish, and I mean, I ain't giving up my fried food. I'll probably eat that till I die. But we will try to work on some of these recipes on the black iron skillet cooking, like the fish and grits the other night. That fish and grits recipe, uh, I didn't even mention this in that video. Which knife is easier and faster, electric or regular? For me, it's electric just because I'm used to it. And I don't have to sharpen it every time I come out here, or every 2 or 3 times. It's easy for me. I've gotten used to it. Yeah, I agree on the fried fish. It's hard to cut that out. But I tell you, some of these recipes, we're not doing this just for the videos. Some of these recipes, and believe me, my bunch was hard-headed about fish. That's the only way you ate fish was fried fish. You went talking about baked or cooked some of these other ways, they ain't want no part of it. Just the old-fashioned deal. But I'm gonna tell you, some of these recipes that we're using are legit. Like that fish and grits, you ain't beating it. I mean, that's a top 10 meal right there. And that is actually a low carb meal, with the way that was cooked. So I'm not big on those diet deals, but I'm pretty sure that actually fits the low carb and the Atkins diet. That except for the grits, you wouldn't be able to eat the grits, but the rest of it, the way we cook that fish with the cream sauce and all on it, you could actually eat that and maybe put it over, I don't know, something like broccoli or something. It would be good on anything, but there's other stuff you could probably put that on. And cauliflower, you can put it on cauliflower. There's ways you could cook that and it'd be actually pretty good. Y'all know we up to 60 something people on here. We normally see 50, 60 people on these lives. And then a lot of people will come back and watch them. And I know this ain't the best time to go live for y'all, but some people will just have to come back and watch it. We got busy schedules, and it's hard for us to plan like certain times that we go live and stuff. So y'all just gonna have to bear with us on all of that. It'll be random times on these lives for now. We got 73 people on here right now active. That's the most I've seen on any of these lives. Walleye. I have not tried walleye. I want to bad. Everybody says that walleye is the best eating. And I'd really like to, I don't know, maybe one day we can go shoot. There's some lakes in Arkansas that's got some good walleye fishing. But I have not caught, I've never caught, I caught one walleye in a hoop net here in Louisiana several years ago. And that's the only walleye I've ever laid eyes on. At the time, I thought it would be illegal to keep it because it being a game fish. So I threw it back, and this thing was probably 8 or 9 pounds. It was huge. And I took pictures of it, sent walleye fishers, and they was like, "Why didn't you keep it?" And I said, "What do you mean, why didn't I keep it? It's a game fish." And they said, "No." I said, "It's not listed in Louisiana. You could have actually kept it." And if I'd have known that, me and Miss Danielle would have ate that dude. But if I ever catch another one in a hoop net, he's gonna get ate. But there I go trying to be a law-abiding citizen, and it cost me a ginormous walleye. But we play by the book and by the rules, so I didn't want to take no chances. I didn't have no phone signal down there, so I couldn't call him. If y'all just now joining on, y'all had to go back and look, because I showed the bait. I'll show it again in a second. Y'all look at that. Look at these slabs we're catching in Louisiana right now. Y'all don't ask me what lake. I know it's probably done come in the comments already. We fish Darbone a lot, but I will tell y'all that ain't Darbone. You ain't catching this many big ones in Darbone. Darbone's got a lot of fish. They're just, and it's got some big fish, but it don't have a lot of big fish. It's got a lot of fish. It's got a lot of fish under a pound. Catfish is kind of the same way. It's got a lot of catfish. It don't have a lot of big channel cats. It's got some, but it's got a lot of big flatheads. Y'all seen that in some videos. I mean, these things are nice, y'all. I will tell you though, from Ohio, walleye is the best. I don't doubt that. Everybody says walleye is the best. I just haven't tried it. I'd like to catch one day, or catch a limit of them somewhere. I may have to just go north and catch some one of these days. I just don't know enough about walleye to go to chasing walleye, to be honest about it. And it's hard for me when these fish go to biting good. Oh yeah, that's some nice ones. Them right there is gonna be some big old fillets. This wasn't all of our fish. This was about half that we caught. Me and a buddy of mine, old Big Larry, y'all seen him in some videos. We've been friends a long time. We went fishing yesterday. Oh yeah, that's some jumbos for sure. We got on them pretty good yesterday. Thinking about going back tomorrow. Yeah. If I was watching somebody else clean these, I'd be jealous too, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Y'all check that out. That's the last one that I've got. Like I said, this was about half the fish right here. Larry kept half of them. Your favorite? Yeah. You know, my favorite's kind of catfish too. Miss Kathy. No, these was caught in a lake in North Louisiana. I'm not going. I have all kind of people mad at me if I tell all these lakes, but it was definitely a lake, and it was North Louisiana. Some of these lakes are smaller, and I'm just not gonna like get into name calling these lakes too much. Y'all see us on some of them say what lake it is and stuff like that. Hello, Mr. Bill. You know, some of these things, if we say what lake we was on, we get there tomorrow, it'd be 40 boats there tomorrow. In my opinion, though, the lakes in North Louisiana, if you want to catch crappie, and a lot of crappie, I mean, it's good to have a guide or somebody that at least some intel on the lake going there, you know. I mean, we take intel from people, but you can catch a lot of crappie in these lakes. Darbone's our home lake, and I don't mind saying when we're on Darbone, because Darbone is so big, it doesn't matter. 100 boats could show up tomorrow and I can still go there and fish. Some of these other lakes, like where we caught these fish, is a pretty good sized lake, and it's almost like all the fish is in one spot, so that gets a little tricky. I will show again right there. I think out of 52 fish, probably 40 of them was caught on that bait right there from Slot Limit Baits. That's a color I developed for Mr. Stacy, or he, I don't know. I, I, I did some research and R&D for him, research and development, but I had him make up this color for me based off of one of my hand ties that I always called the Green Goblin, so he named it the Green Goblin. So y'all check out Slot Limit Baits. That and Junebug and Chartreuse was the color we caught. 51 of the fish that we caught yesterday come off of Slot Limit Baits, and about 9 or 10 of them, about 40 off of this bait, and the others was off of Junebug and Chartreuse. Kind of what I see is, if it's cloudy like today, that Junebug Chartreuse works good. If it's bright outside and sunny, that Green Goblin, we call it, works good. It's just a green with a chartreuse tail. It's got some glitter flakes and stuff in it. I typically, with that bait, use gold head. I use a pink head with almost all other baits. I make my own jig heads. So we're using, I said it a while ago, but this is the Ozark Mini. Ozark Mini. It's a 5'6" rod from Ozark Rods, Ozark Outdoors. 10-pound braid. I use Fluger reels. That's just we're not sponsored by Fluger or anything. That's just my favorite reel. They work good. They hold up to catching a lot of fish. You know, if you're paying for it, you want it to catch a lot of fish. We're casting to these fish, and that's our setup. That was a 1/16 ounce jig. We was in shallow water. A lot of these fish was staged up, getting ready to spawn. They were in 5 foot of water, or 5 to 6 foot of water. Clear water, I move around, yeah. But we use, this is a number 2 hook. I don't know, maybe I can hold it there and y'all can see. This is a number 2 hook, and that's our setup. I pour these jigs myself, and I'm going to show y'all something right here. I'm going to give y'all a tip on this, so y'all even get a tip of the day. Y'all check this out. And this hook is beat up, so it's got a little bend in it. Y'all check that out. I ain't supposed to have that bend in it, but that's from just fish hitting it. Making me want to load my boat up. Yeah, go load that joker up. I hear you. But y'all can see this is a little no knot keepers. That's the jig head I'm making. Y'all notice there's not a keeper here. Y'all get rid of them keepers. Our lead molds, I've actually got a video on the YouTube channel about doing these lead molds, and we pour this keeper part with Bondo, I mean not Bondo, with JB Weld, and we Dremel out for the hook to set in. And when we pour these, this is a 1/16 ounce jig head. It's actually a little lighter than that because we took the keeper off, okay? And we do the 1/8 the same way, and most of our fish, we do use 1/4 ounce some, but most of our fish come off of this hook right here. I do like these style hook, Aberdeen or whatever style hook, and we are using the like 2X style hooks now. They're a stronger hook. I don't want my hook straightening, and we just take that 2-inch grub that Mr. Stacy makes down there at Slot Limit Baits in West Monroe. We take that 2-inch grub right there. He's got all different colors. Y'all can get on his website. And he's also in some stores. He's in Cooters. He's in Cooters and Honey Hole in West Monroe. I like to turn my hook towards the way the tail's turned on this. Don't ask me why. I don't know that it matters. I've tried it both ways. I don't really think it matters. But if you use these hooks without that keeper on here, and another reason we're using these baits, I'll catch 25, 30 of those big fish on this bait before that bait tears up. These are very durable baits, and what'll happen with no keeper, when that fish hits this bait, it just slides back some, all right? If you miss him or something, and it don't tear this front of this bait. Odds are I've done caught 7 or 8 fish on this one bait here. I don't think I've caught that many, but I think I went through 2 of these baits yesterday. and that's about 25 or 30 fish. But that don't tear them baits. If you got that keeper up here, every time those fish are hitting, it's ripping that bait up here. So just a little tip on that, on rigging your jigs up. But yeah, that's our setup. That's my go-to now. Yes, we are sponsored by Ozark Rods, but I'm gonna tell you, we don't. And look at Larry's done. Y'all seeing this the opposite way. He done moved my. Everybody gets in the boat, says that I put my handles on the wrong side of my reel. I'm right-handed. But you know, when they pick up a bait caster, what hand do they use? See, I never understood that. They use a bait caster and they reel with their right hand, and they use a spinning reel and they reel with their left hand. That don't make no sense to me. Y'all explain that to me. But we are sponsored by Ozark Rods now. Appreciate Mr. Jeremy Magnan and his wife sponsoring us, hooking us up with these rods. But we fish what we need. We're going. We looked at these rods and had some conversations with them and everything, and I didn't have any doubts. I had some feedback from some more people using those rods, that they were good stuff, quality rods, and that's what it takes with us catching the amount of fish that we catch. You got to have some good stuff. So I didn't have any doubts going into that, and talking to them about putting their rods in some of our videos. And I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, I was expecting a good rod, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm a little more pleased than I thought I would be. Like I'm really liking the rod. I'm not one that likes to change. If y'all watch our videos much, y'all know I don't really like change that much. But if it don't change up the way I do things too much, and I don't have to adapt too much to change, then it works for me. And that's what's happened with these rods. It already fit our style of fishing. Me and Danielle, you know, we're not standing up all day with a jig pole in our hand, wearing our bodies out. Like, we just like to sit down in a chair and fish. Yeah, we use live scope, but we like to sit down and do it and relax. And to us, that's just a relaxing way of fishing. So it fits us. But they make some bigger rods and stuff. We got a couple of their long poles. We'll be shooting some videos with those. We did catch, I caught one fish on the 15 yesterday, but the bite was just real good for us on those ultralights, and that's what we used. Yeah, I never understood. Yeah, I don't understand that about swapping the rods. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we just hit 90 people. Appreciate y'all getting on the live. We just hit 90 people on this live, and I think that's the most I've ever seen. Some of it's just a accumulation of over time, people realizing that we're gonna go live from time to time, and some of it's the same regulars that come back and join us for the lives, and I appreciate y'all on that. The regulars is what makes a YouTube channel. It's not us. Yeah, we got to do our part to do the videos and things, but the more YouTube people do this thing that we do, the more we realize that it's the regulars out the gate on Sunday morning watching the videos and stuff like that that actually makes YouTube put the impressions out there for us to even have the possibilities to the video to even get a good start and make a run. If we don't get the views up front, it don't do us. YouTube don't give us the impressions we need to get those videos out there. So that's why you'll see us stay regular on these videos, or try to anyways. Sometimes it's a battle. Y'all don't see a lot of that kind of stuff. We did a video a couple weeks ago. Ready for the white bass run? Oh Lord, no. No, I don't know where you from, but we don't want none of them things here. Them white bass, I know up north they're popular. I guess the colder water they thrive in more. And we got them here. We caught one yesterday, but we had a poor fella fishing next to us. We We had a fella, Josh. Yeah, the net fishing can get. I'm holding up till mid-April. Yeah, definitely subscribe to our channel if you hadn't. If you're watching this, I don't know, y'all hear me? I'm all over the place. I was saying something while ago and I forgot what I was even talking about. Danielle accuses me of that all the time, by the way. Yeah, they're East Tennessee. Yeah, the white. I mean, we eat white bass if we catch them. We never hardly, maybe once or twice in my life, I targeted white bass. Darbone has a lot of them, and in the fall, when they lower it, they school up, and you can actually, I mean, I've caught them till I was tired of catching them on Darbone before. I've caught them in the river too. We actually got some pretty decent sized ones in the river, and there's some other lakes. Poverty Lake's got some pretty big ones in it, and they are fun. They're pound for pound. I always say they're one of the hardest fighting fish in freshwater, if not the hardest fighting fish in freshwater. But I'm gonna tell y'all, the food quality on them to me isn't there compared to this other fish that we're eating. You can cut the red meat out of them. If you cut that red meat out of them, makes great catfish bait. White bass, yeah. I hadn't tried white bass for catfish bait. I tell you what, we have noticed. We had some fish heads one time, and we had some white bass heads mixed in there. And fish heads, I guess there's a lot of oil in it, but that makes bait is white bass for some reason. Even like a largemouth bass head makes good bait for crawfish. Brim does too. Brim heads and stuff makes good crawfish bait. We'll use some of these crappie heads and backbones and stuff here in a couple weeks to try to start catching some crawfish. Hopefully that's some content we got coming pretty soon. I'm not sure how our local crawfish spots are going to be this year. The water's been a little different and weird. So, what is ditch pickles? Ditch pickles is them things people running all over the country spending a lot of money to go catch and buying these $120,000 boats. That's what ditch pickles is. Them bass. They look like a pickle. They green like a pickle, and they in every ditch in the United States. About as bad as a grinnell. I give them a bad rap, but I will bass fish every once in a while. Oh yeah, you got to cut all that red meat out. Glenn, who you talking about that you was talking to? Josh, who you on the hoop nets? Who you talking about that you said you was talking to? Yeah, ditch pickle. Oh, Josh Waters. Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, I know like 3 or 4 Joshes, so I wasn't sure which one you was talking about. Yeah, I mean, look, you could take that white bass, especially if they ain't very big. You cut that red meat out of them and put a little mustard on them and mill them up. You can't hardly tell them from anything else, but they got a drier texture to them. And to me, they're just not as flavorful I'm gonna tell y'all, them right there is hard to beat, but I'm gonna be honest. Them little channel cats that we catch out of Darbone, I don't, I don't care. That's my favorite fish in freshwater. Like, you just ain't beating them. If you just gonna sit there and eat a big old whop of fried fish, you ain't beating them little channel cats that weigh about a pound or even less. Fillets off them dudes. I just freshwater fish. I just soon eat them channel cats as anything. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh man, what do y'all do with all them fish?" We eat them. That's what we do with them. We eat them, all of them. You know, and it takes. They don't fillet out a ton like you filleting slab bluegills. Yeah, I like. You know, fish is like this to me. I like all of them. Bluegills, I like them, and I'll crave something like that. Y'all gotta excuse me a minute. Oakley, hey, leave that alone. Leave it alone. Hey, Oakley, no, leave it alone. Get out of here. Sorry about that, y'all. Oakley, she thinks she got to get into everything. She done been sick already this morning. Cause she got in some trash and y'all like this. She got in some trash and ate a bunch of stuff she wasn't supposed to eat. Some scraps or something got thrown in the trash. And I had dumped a bunch of old crappie jigs that been in the closet for years. I had dumped them in the trash. And them crappie jigs, look, it was a pile of crappie jigs now. I'm talking about a bunch of plastics. I ain't gonna get into what brands that ain't getting used. But some of them was some pretty good high-end crappie baits. And I dumped them in the trash and some food got thrown on top of them. Well, Oakley don't know the difference between that rubber crappie jig and food. She ate all of it. She got sick. But it was an accident. It'd be alright. She decided she's going to throw it all back up anyways. But she decided she wanted a fish rib right then. I'm not letting her have a fish rib. Y'all, I just want to say I thank y'all for all getting on here, because we've had over 90 people constant on the live and it's bumped 90 to 95 people here several times. I ain't even watching them numbers a lot. I don't do that for this, but I just don't recall ever seeing 90 people on here. So y'all be sure in the comments to let us know what y'all think about some of the stuff that we do on these lives, like the fish cleaning, and try to figure out what we can do. I know like tying crappie jigs and stuff like that I can do on these lives, and there's some other things that we can do. But lives, you know, we're not sitting around the house a lot doing what we do in the outdoors. So lives is kind of hard for us to figure out how to do these. And that's what we're going to try to do, is figure out 2 or 3 things like the cooking, some of that, and some of the lives, and, dressing fish, stuff like that. And I may have to, I'm not really set up for this, to be honest about it. We can set it up better. Y'all let me know if y'all got any other ideas, stuff we can do. Some of the like net making and stuff that we going to end up doing over time. Some of that kind of stuff we can go live doing too. Y'all look at them crappie fillets right there. White perch fillets. I'm going to call it what I call it. Sacalay. Keith, sacalays. A volunteer taste. Yeah. Yeah, y'all know it's good. We ain't losing no weight no time soon. I gotta lose some weight. Doctor didn't tell me to. They said I was all right this morning, but I gotta get ready for Colorado. This year it looks like we're gonna go a little earlier than we normally do. Might be bow hunting this year in Colorado. That's something that would be nice if we could get on some elk and mule deer up there on camera. I'm still struggling, y'all trying to. Let me move this a little bit closer. I'm still struggling trying to read some of these comments. I'm doing the best I can. Y'all see me squint my eyes. What arc crappie you talking about? Not Arkansas. We catch bigger crappie in Arkansas than we do Louisiana. What are you talking about, an arc? That'd make a good trip for an elk. You talking about the bow hunt? Yeah, we bow hunted once, me and cousin Derek. We bow hunted once, but that was our first ever elk hunt. Me and my cousin Derek. Y'all see him in some of the videos. He's actually planning on coming up next week and fishing with me. Probably see him in a video coming up pretty soon. Maybe me and him doing some fishing. But yeah, we bow hunted our first year. Hunted hard. We was ready, in shape. Put 70-something miles on our feet that year. Never saw an elk. But we've learned a lot since then. So, in my opinion, I think, you know, we may not kill an elk, but we'll have a better chance now after we've elk hunted a few years and we both killed elk, been successful, taking other people, taking Danielle, put her on elk. Danielle's like an elk magnet. She's been twice and killed elk right out the gate in the hunt twice. If y'all are new to the channel and y'all hadn't seen some of that action, y'all don't forget, y'all can go back and look at the video list. Big crappie's 13 inches. 13 inches where? This crop, I mean, pretty regular for us to catch some 14-inch plus crappie. You know, some of them go 15, 16, 17 inches long. And we'll catch some long ones sometimes that won't weigh a lot. You know, they'll be skinny. But we catch some pretty nice crappie here in Louisiana. I know northern states, a lot of northern states, you end up seeing some smaller crappie, or from what I've heard. People's come down here and fished, and they're like, we don't catch that bigger crappie. I ain't got everything wet. I missed some of those comments right there. I'm gonna move this a little bit closer to me. How about that? I can read some comments now. Y'all check out them slab fillets right there. You got to cut them up to even cook them. Still trying to see. I don't know if you said something back on where you talking about y'all don't catch big crappie in Arkansas. I know we made a trip a couple years ago, 2 years ago, I guess it was, two springs ago, to to Lake Ouachita, and we didn't catch any just giant ones. Yes, sir, Mr. Scott. Got some big ones in there. Got them good old fillets. Yeah, we catch some monster. Arkansas's got some lakes that have got some hammers in it now. I know Lake Hamilton, I ain't never fished it, and it's got some big ones. And I'm not gonna name all them little lakes now, but there's quite a few 3-pound fish come out of Arkansas. South Arkansas. I don't know much about North Arkansas. Y'all know we're fixing to, I will say too on this live, uh, we got some big things that we fixing to do. We got a lot of fishing. We got a lot of catfishing that's gonna be happening in the next uh, few months, and we're gonna try to put together some real good videos. So y'all be sure, if you ain't subscribed, y'all subscribe to the channel. And the likes, the shares, the comments, all of that's what makes these videos take off and run. The channel's growing. We're fixing to hit 36,000 subscribers. Hadn't had a lot of help getting there either. I mean, we've got a lot of people that are rooting us on and helping us on, but that's not like a lot of big help from outside our channel. So it's kind of organic growth, and y'all be sure to share it to your friends. If you got buddies that ain't seen the channel, y'all send them a link to it. Tell them to subscribe. The gray. I haven't fished the gray yet. Yeah, you're right. 12 and under. I'm going to say 13 and under eats a lot better. For sure. On the crappie. Ain't no doubt about that. But we're going to be making a pretty big push to try to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think we're gonna get there. So 5 pounds, I ain't never seen no crappie. I do got a buddy that caught one in Arkansas that was around 4. I'm not saying the name of the lake, nor am I saying who it was, because he's a little incognito. But I seen pictures of the fish. It was verified. It was a 4 pound. I can't remember exact weights on it, but it was maybe a little over 4. It was a big one. I got an ant or something under my shirt, y'all. But yeah, y'all be sure to help us on that. Spreading the word about the channel and it growing. Try to see it pick up about 14,000 subs over the next 6 or 7 months. Pretty excited about where it's going too. Y'all help us in the comments on the content, you know, what y'all want to see in the future videos and stuff. Y'all, that's where we get this stuff from, you know, what y'all want to see, what we can do with the lives, all of it. Yeah, hit that like button, appreciate that. But you know, if you like what we're doing and don't want to see nothing change, just say you like what we're doing. That's fine too. To be honest with y'all, February was 5 years we've been doing this. 3 pounds, yeah, I've caught 1 3-pounder. My biggest was in Arkansas. Was 18. See, there's a 3-pounder right there. I've caught 1 304 out of Grenada, but me and Danielle's been on Grenada 1 time. Look, I like to catch a big fish, but I had more fun yesterday catching 52. Me and a buddy of mine catching 52 just nice slabs. Y'all seen them here in this video. Than me and Danielle. Now, we had fun on Grenada, don't get me wrong, but it's just a different style of fishery, and we honestly don't have the boat to go over there and fish that big water. It's pretty dangerous over there. You got boats sinking over there every year. See, you need a pretty good sized bass boat to go over there and run in that heavy water, that big water. I'll probably go back over there and fish Grenada, but I don't know. You know, we know these lakes here, and it's hard for us to travel and run places like that when we're catching fish, right when it's real good right here, and that's the time you need to go over there and catch a female that's got eggs that's gonna weigh 3.5 pounds. You know, I imagine eventually we'll Concordia Parish. Yeah, we do some fishing down around Concordia now. I know something about Concordia, little bit, not a lot, but uh, we got a couple videos that may or may not be shot down there in Concordia Parish. You go back through our long video file, and you'll see we rambled. About time for me to go to Concordia, probably in about the next 2 weeks. So that may be happening too. But just have to I don't know. We got a lot going on, but that may be one of my trips here in a week or two is down there to Concordia. There's something I like to get after down there. They about that long, and they kind of shaped like that, and they like crawfish. They like them little crawfish about that long. Y'all can guess what that is. They like red wigglers too, pretty good. You know, the wade fishing, like, I'm just not sure about I mean, there's snakes in that water right now. Like, I don't know about the wade. That might be a video to go shoot some wade fishing. Like, it'd be fun. And I've done some wade fishing. I just ain't done that wade style crappie fishing. I've never done that. But a lot of people likes that. I think they guide some trips and stuff over there. Got that jungle, they call it over there. Appreciate it, Cody. Y'all, I brought half, 52 fish now. I brought half to the house, and old Big Larry took half. And I got 4 of these bags of crappie fillets. Y'all hear me putting that water in there. Show y'all how we do that, you know. I just show y'all right here. I put just a little bit of water in them bags, and then I'll take and move them fillets around, get all that air up to the top. And I'll let that air come right up there, and then I'll push as much of that water back out of that bag as I can get, and then seal it off right there. That's how I do my fish. There's very little water in that, but it ain't no air in it. I mean, you can vacuum seal fish. Yeah, it's good if you want to spend that time vacuum sealing. That's the easiest way I have found to package them crappie fillets. 4 of them bags, y'all. And that's half of them out of, that's like 25, 26 fish right there. Something like that. Well, look, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody getting in the comment section. I know it was a bad time for me to drop a live, but I work shift work now, and that's how we gonna do it. Yeah, Glenn, I want to see y'all get back going. Yeah, I definitely want to see you guys get back going. I was rooting for you. I'm still rooting for you. So, y'all get things rolling back on YouTube. Holler at me. We'll get together and do some catfishing or something one of these days. But I appreciate everybody getting on the live, the comments and all that. Our lives is gonna be random times. There just ain't much we can do about our work shift work. And right now Danielle, she's headed home from work, and just do the best we can with this stuff. Sometimes we both got big boy jobs and big girl jobs, and we do this kind of on the side, and just, I don't know if you just do it because you like it or chasing a dream or whatever you want to call it, but we'll see where it goes in the end. Really don't have no idea at this point, to be honest about it. But appreciate everybody getting on here and commenting and interacting with us anyways. Y'all let us know what we can do better, what we did wrong, what we did right. in the comments. Share the, y'all can share these lives. I think you can click on the link and share these lives too. Hopefully this one was a little more structured than some of our lives has been all over the place trying to do this stuff. But yeah, Glenn, just holler at me. You got all my, you know how to get a hold of me. Appreciate it, Mark. Enjoyed it. Good fishing. Oh, it's gonna be some, man. It's shaping up right now. We fishing to get on some fish. I'm telling y'all right now. The next 2 months, it's gonna be wide open for us. I probably won't even sleep for the next 2 months. People that knows me know that's true. They'll come to visit. 2 or 3 cousins and other people's texted and said they want to come visit, and they know for years. It ain't just the YouTube. It was years before when I was younger. I'd sleep maybe 2 hours a night, duck hunting and fishing, and they'd come to visit and be about dead by the time they leave. So that's been me for years. I'm actually a lot slower now than at fixing to turn 47 here in a couple weeks. I'm a lot slower than I used to be. I used to be wide open, but y'all can imagine that. Y'all can see that by the stuff in the background, all the traps and everything. Like we do it all. We're not making up anything on this channel. I mean, we'll add some stuff if it fits what we're doing and what we do, but we don't make up nothing. This is a real deal. What you see is what you get. It's what we do. This is our life. This is pretty much, I don't want to say we're vloggers, but we're vlogging what we've done for 30-something years, or really 40-something years. Ever since I've been 3 years old and big enough to follow Daddy around doing this stuff. I just wish he was alive to see it. But it's all the same stuff he was doing and I watched him do. Look, appreciate it. Y'all be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment. Appreciate it. God bless everybody. I'm out for now. I got to go kill some hogs. God's country hunting and fishing, keeping it real. Keeping it real. As soon as I figure out how to turn it off.